Hi, this is Zachary Lind, a instructional technology integration specialist from the Central New York Regional Information Center. Today I want to talk to you about something called Google Earth. A lot of people have heard of Google Earth or have used it maybe a little, but I'm going to show you how helpful this tool can be and how important it can be to almost any different class. So first thing, if you don't have Google Earth, is to go type in Google Earth on Google. It's a free program. Click on Google Earth, click on download Google Earth. You would then hit agree and download. I've already downloaded it, so I'm not going to re-download it, but you just walk through the normal download steps. These are your system requirements. Pretty much any Mac or PC issued by the Ithaca City School District should be able to handle Google Earth. Additionally, Google Earth can be downloaded to iPads and iPhones and different mobile devices. So it's a great tool that the student could use if you had a class of iPads or something along that lines. So once you went and downloaded Google Earth, you're going to get a program that'll load and looks something like this. At its simplest, Google Earth is just a globe that you can spin around and look at. I've clicked on the borders option so I can see different countries. And as we zoom in, I clicked on the country names so you can get the names of the countries. There's India, we have Iraq, Syria, Lebanon. One of the just interesting small features is anytime you see a red line, it means it's a disputed border. So if you look into the Middle East, you see lots of little red lines and orange lines. It means there's disputes about those borders. Just a little aside there. All right, so one of the nice things about Google Earth is it's great for geography. You can just show the different continents. But the nice thing is that this can all be done from an interactive whiteboard. So if you have a smartboard or an Eno board in your classroom, you can have students come up and ask them to, say, find a country. Where's Venezuela, you may ask. They have to spin around, look around. Hopefully they'll figure out it's in South America. And you get them to double click on the little stylus or right on the board and try to zoom in for Venezuela. So it's a quick, fun thing to look at. Another interesting feature, and this is really something that students love to do, they will spend as much time as you give them, is they love to go look at their houses and where they live. So I'll show you how that works. One of the nice things is you can zoom in pretty close to ground level with Google Earth. So in this case, I'm zooming into downtown Ithaca. Our offices, for example, are on Hancock Street. So you can zoom in and see that's our parking lot right there. Now, if you think that's pretty close, you can actually then take your guy, it's called entering Street View. You can actually drag Street View over, and anywhere where the blue lines pop up, you can actually drop in, and something called Google cars that drove around and took snapshots, and you can actually look into road views and you can spin around. So there's the parking lot, for example. Admittedly, our parking lot is not that exciting, so if you're using this feature, I would recommend going to use it for interesting places, sites, things like that. For example, if you're talking about somewhere in another country or a famous landmark, you can actually zoom into them. So if I wanted to, I could zoom out, go across the Atlantic, and I can actually zoom into something like Vatican City. Go to Rome, wait for it to load. You can actually see Vatican, its own country. It's got some yellow lines. You can zoom in all the way and actually drop our street view in, and now, oh, it didn't load up that time. So sometimes if it doesn't load, just click exit street view. And there you go. We're now looking at the Vatican. So this feature is great for social studies classes, but also if you wanted to talk about different shapes or talk about architectural styles, you can go find, look at the columns there. You can find ancient buildings, you can find pieces of artwork, even certain museums you can actually go within the museums. So that's just one of the features. There's many other features within this. You can actually go to the sky, you can go to Mars, you can go to the moon, you can look at their geography there. And then if you do download Google Earth, I would recommend exiting Street View. I would recommend looking at the sidebar over here, layers, and there's a lot of different features that you can use. I'll have more tutorials later to show you some of those interesting features.
Place the one I have because that's old.
Yeah.
And put that on the front page.